Okay, here's the 5.3 installed. It's an engine package out of a 2003 Chevy Suburban. It's a drive-by-wire. Everything's complete. I recommend, highly recommend, if you're gonna buy an engine and try this on your own, make sure you get everything. The more parts that come with it, the less you have to buy. As you can see, I even have the original radiator from the Suburban. There's a little modification that needs to be done. It drops right in. It fits perfect. This is a 93 Silverado. Had a V6. Those of you that didn't see my first video. Just a few things. This is a pretty easy installation. When I mean easy, there's always going to be some loopholes, or not loopholes, but some bumps in the road. But I guess I can start off with the original wiring harness that goes to the computer is here, and I cut all but I think 4 wires going in there. I don't know if you can see that really well, but there's basically 2 power wires. The AC one, I believe it's the AC wire, the brake wire that goes to your anti-lock, 2 power wires, the AC, the brake, and then another one for your wiper motor. That's it. That's all that needs to go into that fuse, not fuse, but the connector, the pass-through connector on the firewall. You're gonna delete everything on the control on the original PCM, the one that's right behind the dash, the glove box. That's where the original V6 PCM that controls the engine transmission on the original 93. Here's what I did over here. I changed the battery location. The battery used to be over here, and put the battery on the driver's side. It's very simple. If you get yourself a diesel, I believe is the frame that had the driver's side battery tray. If you clean off your fender well on the inside, you'll see a few dimples where you can drill out your holes. Once you get your battery tray, you'll see, if you line it up with the fender well, just kind of put it there and it'll have the dimples, and you can just use that as a guide to drill out the holes, and then you can put the bolts in from the inner side of the fender well, or the exterior where the tire is. It's pretty simple to do that. And this is where the battery will be. This is the fuse block for an 03 Suburban. Again, you can, I mean, that's just the year I had, but many years interchange. I just like the fact that everything falls onto this fuse block. This is the main harness that goes to the engine here. Goes up to the top of the manifold. I don't have any wires basically sticking out, nothing crossing the engine or anything. It's all very few wires. As you can see here, I have just, this is all the wiring that comes off of the original pickup. A couple of the sensor wires for the oil pressure, and for the senders, the water temperature sender, oil pressure, and also the indicator for the charge indicator for the dash. That's basically all I kept on there, and then some other wires. You can basically cut everything out of it. I would suggest when you pull your engine out, just go through every wire on the original wiring harness, and just go through it and make sure that you're cutting all the right wires going to the PCM. Now, behind the glove box, there's going to be a few connectors, and all you want to leave there, really all you're going to use is the tack lead, because those go to your instrument panel. You're going to use your tack lead and your speedometer lead. And it's very simple. Once you pull off your instrument panel, you'll be able to trace those wires to that connector that's behind the dash. If anybody could use that information, I have wiring diagrams. If you want to leave some comments, I can get back to you, or email or something. But a lot of information if anybody's interested. If anybody gets stuck with what wires go to the instrument panel and what wires go to the connector behind the what do you call it, the glove box. If anybody needs some information, just let me know. Once again, it's kind of an overview of what it looks like. Again, the engine tray, or excuse me, the battery tray relocates your vapor canister. If you're going to keep it emission friendly, you want to keep that vapor canister. I'm going to be using the 4 oxygen sensors with catalytic converters. So just wanted to keep it emission friendly when I live in Phoenix, so I didn't want to have to deal with this vehicle not passing emissions. I'll give you a kind of a view of what's going on here on the inside. So everything's running through the switch, through the ignition switch. Let's see here. Turn the lights on. Get you an up close view here. The only thing that's not working on this right now is the oil pressure, the water temperature, and the tachometer. I wired in the tach to have it. Sorry, let me get rid of that. Wired in the tach, but it's not working for some reason. But I believe the speedometer is working. I haven't got it on the road yet, but as you can see here, by using the 4L60E out of the 2003 Suburban, I'm able to shift using my column shifter. I can have it in park, and it actually reads park, and then so on and so forth through all the gears. This is a non-electronic model. It's a 93, so it's kind of nice to see that even up to 2003, the indicator still reads good. Here's a shot of the check engine light, or the service engine. It cycles through the key as well. The computer, the PCM from the 5.3 will give you a grounded circuit to this light, and it actually comes on. So more videos to come soon.